All right, today we're talking about innovation, the absolute lifeblood of any organization. But there's a catch. Innovation is full of contradictions. In this breakdown, we're going to dive deep into how the smartest organizations don't just accept these paradoxes, they actually use them as their greatest strength. Let's get into it. So let's start with a classic dilemma. Do you listen closely to what your customers are asking for right now, or do you stubbornly follow your own radical vision of what they're going to need tomorrow, even if they can't see it yet? It really feels like you have to pick a side, doesn't it? But here's the twist. The secret isn't choosing. It's the art of doing both at the same time. This is the heart of what we're exploring today, innovation paradoxes. You have to see them not as problems that need to be solved, but as tensions that need to be managed. We're going to break down 5 of the most critical tensions that successful innovators have to deal with every single day. Let's jump into the first one. Here we go, our first paradox. On one side, you have total customer focus, being obsessed with feedback and immediate needs. On the other side, you have that stubborn, visionary drive that looks way beyond what the market is asking for today. And this is exactly why that balance is so crucial. Listening to customers is perfect for incremental improvements, making your current products just a little bit better. But game-changing innovations, those almost never come from a focus group. Customers didn't ask for the first iPhone. For those huge leaps, you absolutely need that headstrong, future-facing vision. Okay, our second tension. Do you stick to a detailed plan, or do you stay flexible enough to grab unexpected opportunities as they pop up? Once again, it feels like you're choosing between order and chaos. But here's the solution. A plan is essential for focus and discipline, but innovation is never a straight line. The best innovators, they use their plan as a roadmap, but they're always looking out the window for interesting detours. It's that very combination of discipline and improvisation that creates the magic. This next one is a constant battle inside so many organizations. There's the pressure to perform, right? To hit your targets and deliver results now. And then there's the need to learn, to experiment, to fail, and to gather the insights that will fuel tomorrow's success. Really, these are two sides of the same coin. Performing keeps the lights on. But if you only focus on short-term results, you create a culture that's afraid to take risks, and that just kills long-term innovation. On the flip side, endless learning without delivering any results, that just becomes pointless. A healthy organization needs both engines running. And now for a big one. Do you go for a revolution, a groundbreaking breakthrough that disrupts an entire industry? Or do you focus on evolution, the steady, continuous improvement of what you already do? A healthy organization needs both. Revolutionary breakthroughs create new futures and massive growth. But it's the constant evolutionary improvements that keep you competitive day to day and actually fund the search for that next revolution. You just can't have one without the other. Our last paradox in this section is all about focus. Divergence means going wide, exploring lots of different ideas, paths, and possibilities. Convergence is the opposite. It's about narrowing down, focusing resources, and betting big on the most promising projects. The innovation funnel is the perfect metaphor here. At the top, you need divergence, casting a really wide net for ideas. But as you move down, you need convergence, making the tough choices to concentrate your efforts. A portfolio that only diverges will explore forever without ever winning. A portfolio that only converges, it's pretty much guaranteed to miss the next big opportunity. Okay, so we've identified 5 crucial tensions, but how do you actually manage them in practice? Well, that requires a very specific mindset. Let's take a look. This quote from the source material really hits the nail on the head. It's a fundamental shift in thinking. Your job as an innovator or a leader isn't to pick a winner between planning and opportunism. It's to find a dynamic, workable balance where both can flourish. So how do you do that? It starts with this 3-step mindset. First, you have to acknowledge that the tension is permanent. It's a feature, not a bug. Second, you have to actively resist the urge to just pick a side and make the uncertainty go away. And third, and this is the real art, you learn to use that tension. It's the friction between these opposing forces that creates the energy for real progress. So why is mastering this art more important now than ever before? Because the world isn't getting any simpler. Let's take a look at what's coming our way. The most important lesson here is this. Innovation isn't just about reacting to change. It's about being the engine of change yourself. And to do that effectively, organizations have to get comfortable with managing this kind of complexity and uncertainty. And just look at this. The paradoxes themselves are evolving. We're entering an era of liquid innovation, where the tension is between stability and constant change. With AI, we're balancing human intuition with machine intelligence. The focus is shifting from just the product to the entire value system. And crucially, we're now facing the paradox of creating market value while also delivering social value. These tensions are only getting more complex. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Managing paradoxes isn't some neat management theory anymore. It's the core strategy for survival. It's not about avoiding these tensions, but about learning to dance with them. The real question isn't if you're going to encounter these paradoxes, but how you're going to use their energy to shape the future.